Look at the story. A group of people, they want to take a bus to and from Malacca. It will cost $59 per person. Okay, I understand, right? There's no algebra here. No algebra. It costs $59 per person to take a bus from to and from Malacca. $59 for one person. For 10 people, it is going to cost $59 times 10, and we get $590. Simple to understand? Easy to understand? Any problems? No, right? Just times 10 lah. Okay, that's for 10 people. But what about for 12 people? For 12 people, then you just multiply by 12 lah. 59 times 12, you get $708. Alright? Any issues so far?
No.
Too simple, isn't it? This is like your primary 2 work? Primary 3?
I never even learned everything.
No lah. Okay, now, what about, you see the blank over here? You fill in the blank for me, huh? For, how many people should we try?
20.
Let's try a very big number. 2, 5, 8, 1, 3 people. It will cost. Oh yeah, you're right. But we didn't say they take bus, alright? Maybe they take plane. Oh yeah, they take bus. Maybe there are many buses. Okay. No, there are many buses. Okay. So how much will this cost? How much will it cost for 2, 5, 8, 1, 3 people? Okay, please fill in the blanks now. Fill in the blanks quickly. It's not difficult. Go to the correct page. You see the number? I just randomly chose it.
$5.
$59, right? So how about for 2, 5, 8, 1, 3 people?
$1,500,000.
Oh, do you know the working?
Yes,
Okay, I want to check how many of you actually gave the answer without working?
I don't work in calculator.
That means you use your calculator, then you give the answer without working. Not working, I want to see working. Okay, those of you who didn't do working, I want to include the working first. Include the working. Yes. Okay, all of you are working already? Does it look like this? 59 times 25813. 59 times 25813. 1522967. Is this what you got? Right or not? Or my calculator got problem? Yes? My 8 look like what? N? What does my 8 look like an N? Which 8? This 8? Look like N? The letter N? Okay, never mind. Enough with the what looks like what already. We just want to answer this question first. Is this the answer that you got? Okay, now, what happens if I have 4 X people? It will cost how much? Okay, so this is the question that I need you all to understand. You have to understand the question before we can answer the question. So we already tried. For 10 people, how much will it cost? For 12 people, how much will it cost? For 25,813 people, how much will it cost? But what if I ask you now, for X people, how much will it cost? What is the working going to look like? Okay, so look at the pattern. 10 people, 59 times 10. 12 people, 59 times 12. 25,830 people, 49 times 25,830. What about for X people? How much will it cost? 59 times X, right? You get 59 times X. That is the amount of money that you need to spend. No. Okay. Why are you using your calculator? Okay, wait. Wait. Listen. Class. Listen what I'm saying. We do not need to use the calculator at this stage yet. I need you all to understand the question. I need to understand how algebra is going to be used first. Now, anybody needs further explanation of why it is 59 times X? You need more explanation? Anybody needs more explanation? So what happens if there are Y number of people? How much will it cost? Doesn't matter. 59Y, right? How much will it cost if there are A number of people? 59A, okay. So now I'm going to go down the line. I'm going to tell you the number of people and you tell me how much is the total cost, okay? There are 3 people. Tell me the working. That's good enough. 3 people. That's the working. 1 person costs $59, 3 people cost $1. That's the working. I don't want to find answer. 59 times 3. There are X number of people. 59 times X. There are Z number of people. 59Z. There are 4 people. 59 times 4, 4 times 59, same thing, right? There are M number of people. 59M. There are Q number of people. 59 times Q. There are 3 people. Okay, 59 times 3, correct? There are Z number of people. Z times 59, 59 times Z, same thing, isn't it? You all need me to continue? Need ah? There are A number of people. 59 times A, there are B number of people. 59 times B, there are C number of people. There are D number of people. 59 times C, don't need me to continue already, huh? Hey. So what you all have done is to use letters in my calculation. Okay, so now there are X number of people. We know that it's going to cost 59 times X. But okay, one last thing, we don't write 59 times X. How should we write it? We write, you look closely, 59X. Okay? 59X. Don't have the times in between. Please write this down first, then we'll go for a reset. Go for next lesson. The number of people taking the bus. Remember we had a number of 10 people, 12 people, 2,500, I don't know what. And then we after that talked about X number of people, right? So this number of people actually can change depending on the number of people who are taking the bus. Okay, and we call that a variable. Have you heard of this word variable? Yeah. In which subject? Science, yeah. Okay. When do you use the word variable in your science? Experiments, right? Yeah. Experiments, the variables, do they change? Okay, the variables, they change. For example, the type of soil that you use to compare the rate of growth for the plants. Because different soil, different growth, different speed, right? So
when you want to do that, the variable will be the type of soil. But should we use the same type of seed?
Yes.
Has to, right? That one has to be a constant. Always use a bean sprout lah. Yeah, constant versus variable. Okay. So the seeds are the constants. You cannot compare apple seed, orange seed, durian seed. They will grow at different rates. Okay. So some things will be constant, something will be variable. In this case, the number of people taking the bus will be variable. Tomorrow, the number of people coming to my maths class, is it a constant or variable? Why is it a variable? Why is it a variable? No, the people coming to my class. Maybe somebody falls sick, right? Maybe some people went for competition. So that is a variable. Okay. But let's talk about the official number of people in my maths class. Is it a constant or a variable? Official number of people in my maths class is a constant. Okay. So we know the difference between constant and variable. Now, in the previous session, we talked about x being the number of people taking a bus. In this case, what letter did they use? N. Doesn't matter. And x doesn't matter as long as you're constant, you're consistent. Okay, next. So this is the case of if n is equal to 20. If there are 20 people taking a bus, then the total cost will be 49 times 20. If there are 25 people taking a bus. So here we read this as if n equals to 25. In other words, if there are 25 people taking a bus, the total cost will be 59 times 25, and so on and so forth. So in a table form, it looks like this. So we went through, I went down the line, I said A number of people, B number of people, C, so there are different number of people, and when you come down to one, in the next row, let's call it n, then it will be 59 times n. 59n. Okay, please include this row at the bottom. Quick. Include this row at the bottom. There are n number of people, so 59n is n, is the number of, is the amount of money. 59n. N. This question they use n. No, it doesn't. I put a tail over there to indicate that it is an n. It is like a cursive n. Okay, next. I want you to include another row. This time it is my example. It is x. Okay, so what is the total value now? The total cost. Next line, x. Next line, x. How much is the total cost? There's an x at the bottom. Okay, will you leave your answer as 59 times x? Will you write 59x? Okay, you try yourself first, then later we look at the correct way of writing it. No, unfortunately, I don't have all correct answers. Surprising, right? So 59 times x. The final expression will be 59x. Okay, we don't write the times. The final answer will be 59x. Okay, yes, majority got it correct, but got some mistake. Okay, next one. Now, class, do you think that represents a realistic example? Is it realistic that we pay $49 per person? From here to America and come back home? Realistic? Okay, now think about it. Listen to the situation now. If there is only one person who wants to go to America, how much is he going to pay? $59. One person, $59. Okay, to and fro, $59. Then the bus uncle says, $59. Will he take you one person there and back? Will he? You think he just earned the $59? Okay, so what is more realistic is that, listen, class, what is more realistic is that there is a fixed cost first. Okay, so in this case, there's a fixed booking fee of $50. Doesn't matter how many people book the bus, but as long as the bus driver gets on the bus, starts driving, you earn $50. Okay, so this is the fixed cost, $50. Okay, so if there is one person taking the bus, how much is it going to cost? Then the $50 there. The driver has to earn an extra $50. So for one person, he is going to earn 59 plus 50. Get how this works for now? Okay, then there are two people. How much is it going to cost? $50, that is the fixed one, plus 59, plus 59. Get it? Okay, listen up. There are two components. There are two components to it. First is the amount that the bus ticket, $59 that everybody needs to pay. But there is a fixed cost. The fixed cost is it's regardless. It doesn't matter how many people are going to take the bus. The driver has to collect an extra $50. Kind of like a tip, kind of like a tip. Okay? The moment he drives, he has to earn that $50 minimum. Okay? Kind of like GST, it's just an extra amount, but it's fixed. Okay? So one person, if there's only one person on the bus, he is going to collect 50 plus 59. Now, if there are two people taking the bus, he will collect that $50, then another 59, another 59. Okay? You only collect the $50 one time, huh? Now, if there are 10 people taking the bus, he's going to collect the $50, then the 59, 59, 59, 59, there are 10 of them. Okay? There are 10 of the 59s, plus that one $50. Question is, who's going to pay the $50? How can the bus driver pay the No, okay, something fair. Let's think about it. Let's say we are all going to take a bus. Let's imagine that we're all going to take a bus. Listen, bus, everybody needs to pay $59. Okay? That is your fare. But the driver says, you want to book my bus, right? I want an extra $50. Who's going to pay $50? Everybody take out a bit, right? Then combine to become $50, right? So eventually, do you pay 59 or do you pay a bit more? Yeah, you pay 59 plus a bit more, okay? So this is the situation over here. Over here. It is like your, Grab food. When you order Grab food, let's say your friends, together with you order Grab food, then there is a delivery charge. So let's say your food, all of you order $10, $10, $10, then there's an extra delivery charge of $5. Which is free, so everybody needs to pay your $10 plus a bit more. So that's what's happening over here. Okay. So what is the total amount of money in this case? If there are n people taking the bus, therefore the total value will be 50. That's the fixed amount plus your 59 times n. That is the total amount of money that has to be paid. Then one person will be divided by n, because there are n number of people. So this is another example of how algebra can be used. But of course, we write this as 50 plus 59 n over n. Okay, we don't write the times over there. Put it as 59n. When I say 59n, I mean 59 times n. Times is a multiply. 59 times of n. How many n? 59 of them. N. 59 of them. Add all of them out, you get 59n. So don't be afraid of the algebra. You can treat it as like an apple. 2 apples, 2a. It is 1 apple plus another apple. 2 apples. What here is 2a. 10 apples. 1 apple plus 2 plus 3, so on and so forth, and until 10a. Okay? Okay, here is another expression for algebra. We have a box containing 3 packets of biscuit. Alright, so 3 packets. Now, each packet over here, do you know how many biscuits are there? Do you know how many in each packet? Don't know, very hard to count, okay? But never mind, I don't want to count. Suppose that each pack contains the same number of biscuits. We let the number of biscuits in each packet be B. So I'm going to be very lazy right now. I'm going to say that there are B number of biscuits over here. How many biscuits are there altogether? Huh? How is 40? No, don't count. We don't expect you to count. So there are B biscuits over here. Okay, wait, so you want to answer right? Okay, so if there are B number of biscuits in one bag, how many biscuits are there in two bags? B2 ah? Okay, wait. So I heard many things, okay? And I'm quite happy to hear that. First I heard B2, then I heard 2B, then I heard B plus B equals to 2B. I heard these three things. Which is the correct answer for two packets? So there are two answers that are correct. First, this is correct. Next, this is also correct. Okay? Now, what is wrong with this over here? We're not supposed to put a letter in front. We put a number in front. Always put a number in front. Okay, so like I said, your algebra is just a number of apples. 2A represents 2 apples. Alright, 1 apple plus 1 apple, you get 2 apples. It's just like that. As simple as that. Now, do you say apples 3 or 3 apples? 3 apples, right? No, don't try to be funny over here. 3 apples, you write 3A. You never ever write B2 like this. Never. Okay, write it as 2B. So, that's one thing that we cleared out. Now, what about the number of biscuits in 3 packets? What about the total? How many biscuits are there? B plus B plus B. Okay? So, B plus B plus B. How many B's will there be? 3B. Very good. Now, instead of using addition, how else can we do this? Okay, what is the multiplication like? B times 3. Or 3 times B. And we get, what is the answer over here? Yeah, 3B lah. 3B. What is the answer over here? It is still 3B. Whether you take B times 3 or 3 times 3, you still get 3B. It is like the same as 5 times 2. What do you get? What's 5 times 2? 10. What is 2 times 5? It's still 10 more. It's the same thing. Okay? But for our algebra, we ensure we write the number first. Okay, so that is emphasized at the bottom. You can write 3 times B or B times 3. Answer is 3B. You cannot write B3. Okay, it must be 3B. 3B. For those Chinese, 3个 B. Okay. Malay language, 3个 B. Okay. There are 3 of them. Sorry. Okay, so the reason I'm saying in another language, right, is to really help you understand that there are 2 separate things. We are counting the number of B's. Okay, next. Okay, we'll skip this portion. Okay, look, next page. Wait. You need to yes. Page 153. 153. So what does 4B represent? 4 times only, So 4B. 4 times B, B times 4, same thing. Okay, or B plus B plus B plus B, all the same. So far, difficult or not? Not difficult one. Okay, now look at this. This is like our algebra. B, okay, B for black color. What? So that I can represent them. Okay. B for black color. How many B? How many do I have? How many? One only, right? One B. Two B. Three B. Four B. Okay. So the way we say it, focus, guys. Look at what is on the screen. I've got 4 black cubes over here. It is given by 1B plus 1B plus 1B plus 1B, total 4B. And I also say it as there are 4 times of B. See? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, how else can we say it? Look at this. How else can I say it? How else can I say it? Two groups of what? Two groups of 2B. This is one group of 2B. This is another group. So 2 groups of 2B. How else can I say this? 1B plus 3B. I still get 4B, right? Same thing. Okay, yeah, that's about it. What about just one of it? Okay, so now I come to the next line, the third line. Okay, listen. Look at the screen. Face the front. Look at the screen. This is important, huh? The students are now very comfortable with writing 3B lah, 4B, 10B, 100B, whatever B. But when it comes to just 1B, we do not write. Yeah, exactly. We don't write 1B. No, we just write B. How many B do you see? 1B. That's it. 1B. You do not need to write a 1 in front of B. Okay? In the same way, I don't expect anybody to write things like this. 1X lah, 1Z, 1A, 1C. All these, no. Okay? Next. Okay, we covered this earlier on already. Let's move on to the next page. Work example number 1. Give 2 equivalent algebraic expression. Okay, so here, solution, I will show you the solution first. When you have y plus y plus y plus y plus y, you call it as 5 times of y. 5 times of y. Or you can call it 5y. Okay, but this highlighted one will be the final answer. These are all the final answers. Okay, so 6 times of k. They are telling you there are 6 of them. 6 of what? 6 of k. A plus k plus k plus k plus k plus k. Okay, any issues? Simple? Everything okay? So 1 times of p, you can write it as p times 1. Doesn't matter. Let's try the next table. Okay, d plus d plus d plus d. So one way of writing it is. Okay, so I've got 4 times d or d times 4. The other way is just 4d. Okay, these are all equivalent, but the final answer will be 4d. We don't want the multiply symbol. Next, 7 times of h. Another way to write it is h 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of the h's. 7h. That is literally what it means. So there are 7 h's. And our final answer we write it as 7h. Yes, u plus u. 2u lah. How many u? 2 of them. 2u. Now, we pause here for a short while. With some of... Okay, so this is your homework. This, exercise 5A, question 1. Okay, very good. Your workbook, exercise 5A, question 1. Whatever that page is, just go and figure it out. Yes, that is your homework. Not yet. Let's move on to the next page for your textbook. Just circle your textbook and write down that it's homework lah. Okay. Oh, you finished already? Okay, now, class, we are going to do something that is really, really easy now. How easy? Your plus minus times divide. Okay? You just need to, for the rest of the lesson, just pay attention. I want to describe all these terms, which you probably already know. Plus is your add, which is also known as plus or total, combine, altogether the sum. These are words to describe plus. Okay? Next, minus, subtract, take away, difference, remaining, all of them have got to do with minus. Simple or not? Take away 5, take away 2, left 3. Right? 10, take away 3, left 7. Okay, next. Multiply. Plus. Multiply. So you have times, multiply, product of, groups of. All these imply multiplication. Then your division. To divide, to share, put into equal groups. All these are a division. We are going to be using these terms in our subsequent work. So before I carry on, is there anything you want me to explain? Already very simple basic English to you. Based on the English, so you need to understand the English words. You mean whether plus minus times or divide? Based on the words that are used. So if they say 7 take away 3, so do you use plus minus times or divide? Okay, you got it already? If they say find the product of 3 and 5, what do you do? Find the product. Times based on the words that are being used. Okay, and this is over here important. This is tested. This one, this table. When they say add 7 to 5, you write down 5 plus 7. When they say 6 minus 3, you write down 6 minus 3. When they say product of 8 and 4, you write either 8 times 4 or 4 times 8. Simple. When they say divide 9 by 2, 9 divided by 2 or 9 over 2. Now, on the left hand side is what you do in primary school. On the right hand side is what is tested for your secondary school. That is our algebra. When they say add 7 and y, your answer is 7 plus y lah. Wow, so simple, right? Or you can write, wait. Is it 7y? Is 7 plus y equals to 7y? Okay, wait ah. Question. Is 7y equals to 7 plus y? Tomorrow you answer this question. Class 10.